Okay, so once again, a warm welcome to everyone in this morning Gita Gyan session presented by ISKCON Sheshadripuram, our Jagannath temple. So let's begin by offering prayers to Lord Jagannath. Nilachal Nivasaya Nityay Paramatmane Balbhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Namo Namaha. Jagannath Balbhadra Subhadramay ki jai, Sudarshan Chakraraj ki jai. So before we begin, let's offer our prayers to our most prominent Gurudev, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshe Tarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So chapter 14, the three modes of mental nature, and today we will be covering the topic, the verse number 12. So in this verse, Krishna is talking about something which we are much aware of, and we always take in hand to hand. So Krishna is talking about, Krishna says, Lobha pravriti rambha karmanam ashamaha spriha rajasya tani jayante vivridhe bharat sharvaha. So as per the translation, he says, O chief of the Bharatas, when there is an increase in the mode of passion, the symptoms of great attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, and uncontrollable desire and hankering develops. Any Prabhuji Mataji want to recite the shloka? Kalyani Mataji?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Lobha pravritir arambha karmanam ashamaha spruha rajasi etani jayanti vivriddhe bharatar shabha. O chief of Bharatas, when there is an increase in the mode of passion, the symptoms of great attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, and uncontrollable desire and hankering develop. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, don't problem. So let's talk about the first one. Okay, so in nutshell, what Krishna is talking about is, if we are into all these activities, what Krishna is mentioning about, like symptoms of great attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, uncontrollable desire, hankering develops. Why these things happen? Because of Rajaguna. Okay, so now if we talk about the first word, Lobha, right? Can anyone tell me, or just try remembering? We have studied somewhere in Bhagavad Gita where Krishna very prominently tells, along with, there are other two aspects as well, along with those two, this Lobha is one which takes us to a wrong path. Can anyone guess, or just, I don't want the shloka, if you don't remember, it's all.
Kama Krodha.
Yes, Mataji, Hari Bol Mataji. Kama, Krodha and Lobh, these are the three ways to hell. So that's what again Krishna is mentioning here about Lobha. As Goswami Tulsidas Ji Maharaj says in Ramcharitmanas, that Jimi Priti Labha Lobh Adhikai. So this Lobh, this attitude of profitability, attitude of acquiring lucrativeness, that I want more, this never ends. That's why we say there is no end to the desires. Desires are unending. And as per Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, this not getting satisfied is one of the big obstacles on the path of devotion. See, we always tell, right, that Prabhuji or Mataji, I'm not able to do bhakti, I'm not able to chant, I'm not able to do this. We always do a hue and cry, but we never peep into us that what are our daily activities for which this is happening with us. Why we are not able to concentrate in chanting? Why we are not getting it time to read Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam? So Goswami Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, very simplifying, in a very simplified format, he says, Bhagati Pata kaha ho Bhagati Pata kavan prayasa, jog na makh jap tap upvasa. So as per him, on the path of devotion, you don't really need tapasya, doing tapasya, japa, upvas. You don't need anything. So what he recommends, he says, saral subhav na man kutilai, jatha labh santosh sadai. So he says that whatever you get, if you are satisfied in that, this one aspect will help you in leveraging your bhakti life. But every now and then we see that even after doing bhakti to a certain level, we are engrossed in so many family activities, in so many materialistic activities, due to which we think that we are doing right, but at somewhere or the other, it is hampering our bhakti life. That's why it's a very common example that I heard from Gunanu Prabhu, and it's practical. It's not cooked up story. So once Gunanu Prabhu said, one devotee is there in Bangalore. He got second initiation. Okay, so I want to give you a practical example so that you understand. Because my Guru Maharaj says that whenever we do katha is not about showing how prominent I am in various shlokas or how my vocabulary is, how my pronunciation is. Katha is all about, if the audience are able to understand perfectly the topic, that is all about katha. It's not about showing your knowledge. Katha is never showing my knowledge. Okay. So this example is a very prominent example where we see that even in the bhakti life, we are in bhakti life, but how we are degrading our bhakti life. So one day, I hope at least some of you know who is Gunanu Prabhu from Bangalore. So one day Gunanu Prabhu called a devotee who was a Brahman initiated devotee for some seva. But that devotee said that no, Prabhu, I cannot come because I'm busy. So Prabhuji said, Prabhuji, where are you busy, Prabhu? We need help because we are lacking resources. We don't have people. We don't have devotees. So we need your help as well. So he said, Prabhuji, I am busy in constructing my house. So Gunanu Prabhu was really fearful. And he said, he has a house where he is living in. He has another house where it is already rented. Now he is constructing another house where in the future he has plans for getting it rented again. So this is what is lobha, greed, and greed never satisfies. We think that okay, we are wearing kantimala, we are putting tilak, we are wearing dhoti kurta, so we are perfect. We don't have any glitches in us, and that is the point where we are hampering our devotee life, bhakti life. We think that whatever, after wearing kanti, whatever we are doing, we are good. Outside people, those who are not wearing kanti and putting tilak, they are bad. If they are running behind money, that is not bad. If we are running behind money, it is good. So it is like flattering yourself. So lobha, whether you are a devotee or a non-devotee, if you are just running behind money blindedly, then you will fall one day. If not today, then tomorrow. If not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. But we will fall. So that's why we should not run behind money. Money is important, no doubt, but to an extent, because desires never has an end. So that's why in the first shloka, first word is starts with lobha. And all these things, when say fruitive activity, that I want to do something so that I can get something, this type of attitude increases in rajoguna. I have a neighbor, he says that I am building another house. He has already a house where he stays. He has a son and a daughter, and he is building, and he has already built a house where he is going to rent. He says, I want to do it for my children's. Your daughter will get married and go away, right? Only one son. So where your son would live? In one house or another house? So these type of lot of activities or lot of plannings we do, that okay, I will make 2-3 houses for my son. That's why in Shastras, there is a very good shloka which says, Put saput to kahe ko sanchay, put kaput to kahe ko sanchay. It means, Put saput to kahe ko sanchay. If your son is a good son, then why do you want to get things for him? He will get his way. You don't have to worry for it. And put kaput to kahe ko sanchay. And if your son is not a good son, then also why to worry? Why to get resources for him? Because what amount of resources you get for him, he will destroy everything. And we have seen in the past in our local lives that father has a lot of money, but son, he gets such a son that entire wealth, entire dynasty is destroyed by various activities of the son. So if we are thinking that by putting resources to our children, we will be satisfied, that's a wrong illusion that we are just keeping in our pocket. That's never going to happen. It will get destroyed, or it will get, even if you don't have, if you have a good son, it will perish, it will persist, it will not perish. So that's why we should not get too much attached to our homely needs, or I should say homely desires, or we should not be too much engrossed. That's why in Srimad Bhagavatam, a very beautiful verse, Shukdev Maharaj says, he says that evam griheshu saktanam pramattanam tadihaya atyakramat abhigyatah kalah param dustarah. A person who is too much engrossed, too much attached to his house, to these people, the kalah param dustarah. Why it is param dustarah? Because kal cannot be avoided. Once he rings your doorbell, ting tong, he comes, and there is no bye after 10 minutes. And as we have an option in phone that I will call you right back, you cannot decline the call. Once he rings, the door has to open and you have to go. And in fact, everyone has to go. So that's why Shukdev Maharaj tells the people who are too much engrossed in family affairs, to them, the kala comes and takes them like anything. Like as we say, Bahti Ganga mein hath dhona. It's not desirable, but kal comes and it just takes away like anything. So that's why we should be aware of our activities, and all the activities that Krishna has mentioned here, that uncontrollable desire, hankering develops. So we have to get out of all these activities and then sit, structure our posture, and then think about our bhakti life. We cannot be in one time, we cannot be in two different boats. That, okay, we will be in material life also, very nicely jumping, laughing, yelling, shouting, and then we want bhakti life also. We have to choose one way, then only we will be stable. Otherwise, it will be just like a monkey, jumping from one floor to another, one building to another. And at the end of the day, we don't get anything. So these activities we have to overcome. And we think that we don't do, but yes, somewhere or the other, we do. In fact, recently, I visited Bangalore, just talking to various Matajis of my Hindi group. So many people, I told, where is that Mataji? Where is this? Where is this? Because they have, I think they either I didn't met or they didn't come. One Mataji said, oh no, that Mataji has gone very far. Then she, that flow, flow that comes in. Oh, Prabhuji, don't ask. Prabhuji, don't ask. She's very greedy. They are just, it's all about, that's what the example that I gave. Just building house after house after house. Not sure. That's why in the purport, if you see, Prabhupada very nicely writes that we build houses after houses, and then we are busy in decorating the house as if we will live in the house eternally. We will never leave it. So this is agyan, this is a mode of ignorance, that we think that we will live forever in this house. But that's not actually. How beautiful is the house? One day we have to leave. There is no option. And that's why we have to put a restriction to our sense gratification. Whatever it is, whatever God has given us, we should accept it, and we should thank God, and we should take our life ahead in bhakti life. Not that, okay, I need a fan. Okay, if you need an AC, get an AC, no issues. There's no problem. But don't think that, okay, one room AC is there when your pocket is not allowing. And that's what is happening. I know a family, very good family, the entire husband, wife, son staying in Delhi. But now that hankering attitude has developed so much that the son is staying with his grandmother in Odisha, husband is staying in Delhi doing job, and the wife is staying in Bangalore doing another job. Just imagine the condition of the family. I have met, I know, in fact, we have stayed to some long extent together. But just imagine the structure of the family, how the family would build. They don't have money. They have a house. They own a house in Delhi, which is sufficient, and they earn a good amount. But even then, they're not satisfied. And this you will see every now and then, every nook and corner of your society. If your friends, in our families, you will see we are hankering like this. And once we have this attitude of hankering, we will never be able to do bhakti. Whether I'm very sorry if it hurts, but it's a fact that we will never be able to do bhakti. For for telling sake, for looking sake, we will be attending programs, we will be attending sessions, we will be doing everything. But that eternal bhakti, that the bhakti pleasing factor that should come in our life will never come. That pleasing atmosphere that would come in our life will never come, because internally we are not stable with our in our life. Our mind is hankering. That's why a very great saint always says that there are two things in us, in our life. One is body, one is man. Shastras tell, put your mind to God, but we are putting our body to God. We are doing all stuff, but our mind is bewildered and wandering somewhere else. In this way, life after life, we will go on doing. But as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Bahukal Kari Hari Shravana Kirtan Tabu na hoy Krishna Pade Prema Dhan. So n number of lives we will do. We will attend Gita Gyan sessions, but nothing is going to happen. Just for namesake, we might get some sukriti, which will again lead to another birth. Again, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. As Vrinda Mataji says, BDOD circle, birth, death, old age and disease. So this cycle will keep on rotating. So we have to come out of this. So it's a sincere request that as we are in the bhakti life, we are doing devotional life. So we have to see ourselves. And I think many of the Matajis or Prabhujis would have an account in ICICI, right? Any Mataji who has an account in ICICI, don't worry, I will not ask money. Any Mataji who has an account in ICICI bank? Nobody has an account in ICICI? Have we heard about the bank ICICI?
Yes, Prabhu.
You have, right? So what does ICICI tells? ICI, that I have to see myself, not to others. Okay, I'm not advertising ICICI, but that is what the meaning tells. Even this meaning they also don't know, but this what we extract. ICI, I have to see myself, not to others. So if we are well aware what we are doing, then it's 100% sure our bhakti life will flourish. And if not today, then tomorrow it will perish. With this, I just would like to conclude the session. And if any Mataji or Prabhuji has any questions, we can take on.